that she would revoke any statement or anything that the Water Authority had to say. I told her that we would not alter our agenda protocol, but I will allow her an additional 2.5 minutes, which she said it took her about 5.5 minutes. So that is what we're going to grant her. And again, our county attorney will be the timekeeper.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate the opportunity. Tonight, once again, you'll be hearing from Jasper County Water and Sewer Authority. The only time they ever appear before the board is to beg for money. Jasper County Water and Sewer started off on the wrong foot and has stayed on the wrong foot for the last 13 years. First, they went to the state legislature after citizens voted no on a water authority. Then they signed papers with the USDA to get a loan stating they had 400 customers and 2 wholesale customers, one of those being Turtle Cove. They had less than 300 customers and 1 wholesale customer, which was Charlie Elliott in reality. So one can argue the legitimacy of the loan documents. Then sometime, somewhere, but not in a public meeting, obviously in the corner, in the back, in the dark, in secret, the Board of Commissioner Chair Jerry Crow signed a resolution saying the county would pay Jasper County Water and Sewer Authority for fire hydrants. The resolution was never legitimate because it was never approved in a public meeting by the entire board, much less discussed in public. One of the reasons Jasper County Water and Sewer wanted this resolution was because based on their own corrected minutes of 7202, they acknowledged that to break even, supposedly with 400 customers, they had to charge $51 a month as a base fee. Instead, they passed a resolution setting the base fee at $24.50 a month, and then said the board had passed this fire hydrant resolution to make up the difference. They took this bogus resolution with them to have revenue bonds approved by a judge and added it as collateral for the loan, unknown to the public, as the resolution was never approved in public. However, revenue bonds are supposed to be paid by revenues from the system, not taxes, as set up not only in the state constitution but also in the state codes of Georgia. Then in 2005, a tax district was set up to help the Water and Sewer Authority make ends meet. This is because the Water and Sewer Authority always says if they can just get this amount of money, everything will be okay. The problem is this amount of money is never enough, and they always need more because of poor fiscal judgment and decisions. This fire tax district had a sunset provision in it, and it died at the end of 2008. Then in 2009, it was approved again, but the taxes would not be collected until 2010. So the Water and Sewer Authority decided they would just go back to the old fire hydrant resolution and say the county owed them for that, even though it was voted down by the Board of Commissioners, who had the right to do so since the resolution says, quote, subject to annual approval and appropriation. The county attorney had told everyone that everyone knew in 2009 that Jasper County Water and Sewer was not going to get the money. Please note that the fire tax district brings in over $46,000 a year for Jasper County Water and Sewer Authority, more than the hydrant resolution would bring in. Plus, the people served are the ones paying for it in the tax district. It is time that Jasper County Water and Sewer admits that they have started off with a questionable client base and have done little to increase that client base to bring in more revenue. Instead, they have spent their time and money browbeating each and every Board of Commissioners, threatening lawsuits and saying the board cannot let them fail or the county won't be able to get grants, etc. This is just plain not true. I would like to ask for time to make a full presentation to the board and plead the case of the taxpayers of this county before any decision is made by this board. The board does not need to hear only statements from one side, many of which are not backed up by documented facts. And I appreciate your extra time this evening.
Thank you, Mary.